see what happens. I think it's actually working now. I'm gonna watch this for a second. Okay, I think we're good to go. So, welcome to Weaver of the Cosmos. Okay, yeah, it is working. So, I'm going to go ahead and turn this off because it's going to be annoying. And I'll come back to it in a minute, make sure it's still running. We're going to go ahead and go through the deck. There's Safina, 2 weaknesses. The Painted World. We got lockpicks, 2 lockpicks, 2 Lone Wolf, 2 Sixth Sense. Somehow I've gotten them out of order. 1 Lucky Sig Case. 2 Gregory Gry. There's Randolph Carter. 1 copy of Knight of Swords. 2 Moxies. Backstab, Breaking and Entering, Daring Maneuver, Read the Signs, Spectral Razor, Storm of Spirits, 1 copy of Time Warp, Order of Protection, 2 Momentums, 2 Quick Thinkings, and 2 Unexpected Courage. Let's go ahead and get that shuffled. This is, again, if this is the first time you've seen this deck, this is my first time playing Safina, and I'm actually only played 1 other rogue, Tony, in a solo capacity, so I'm trying to jump into rogues a little bit more. I'm playing, this is like I said, this is my first chance at Safina, and I kind of wanted to also do a first chance at Succeed By mechanic. So you'll see that, obviously you've already seen, that this is a Safina deck that's extremely green with a little bit of purple. And so I recently added in, of course, those last few, which were the 1 copy of Time Warp and the 1 copy of the tarot card and 1 copy of the Lucky Sig Case leveled up. I used to have 2 Lucky Sig Case level 0s in there, and while they were useful, I think that I hesitated sometimes because of the way that I was playing. Sometimes to draw excessive amounts of cards with Safina can be a little bit detrimental. So I'd rather have a little bit more of the kind of the Succeed By mechanic working in my favor with that upgraded Lucky Sig Case in order to draw what I want rather than being hit too much by the Stars of Hyades. So just like I like to get this really well shuffled. You know, really like to see that tarot card at the beginning. I'd really like to see. I don't want to see Randolph Carter. If I can get away with it, I'd rather him not be polluting things since he's gonna disappear. This is only the 2nd time I've played this scenario. Played the first time blind with my group, and I just haven't had time, unfortunately, with schedules and things, and summer starting up and vacations. So just really, this is going to be fun. I've very much enjoyed playing this deck. It kind of sings once it gets going. The Moxie upgrade was absolutely stellar in Safina, and I'm really happy about that. So, all right, we got player cards are shuffled. I can talk, stand up, and shuffle all at the same time, apparently. I'll sit down here in a second once I've got everything kind of shuffled and done. Okay, so I'm going to set this off to the side for now. I'm going to move this chat box, hide chat. That way I can see the whole thing. As you can see, we've got the tokens already set out. the auto fail and the elder sign, the 3 and the 4, the 2s, the 1s, -1s, 0, +1, skulls, 2 elder things, and a cultist. I'll go ahead and get those loaded up into the bag. And then I've got, I know that there's going to be an additional token later, so get that set off to the side. What else have we got? She has 1 physical trauma from the house. And let's see, what else have we got here? Okay, so just so you know what I'm going to do, the cards that are underneath Safina are going to go into this thing, that card holder, and the cards that are in her hand are going to go over here. So she's got 1 physical trauma. She's got 5 resources. She's got her deck of cards over here. I'm going to go ahead and set up the scenario. So we have, we'll come back to the Great Web here in a second. Set the following cards aside out of play. The double-sided LXI, she's over here with 4 legs, and both copies of the Spinner in Darkness. There's the Spinner in Darkness. So that goes over here. Check the number of tally marks. We have 3 tally marks. So that means we get a doom on the bottommost location. So we'll get that here in a second. And then we shuffle the remaining encounter cards to form the encounter deck. So I'll go ahead and get that done. So here are the encounter cards. We got our favorite Ancient Evils, our Spideys, more Spideys, some Chilling Cold, more Spiders, and finally the campaign, the Weaver of the Cosmos set. It's a very thin deck, which is what it is. We'll see what happens, right? We're going to see what happens. We're going to go out in a blaze of glory. I'm looking forward to it. She's very, attacky, right? The backstab, that leveled up backstab, very interesting to play with the succeed by mechanic. I was able to use it successfully, other than getting an auto fail in the last game. I think 1 auto fail, maybe 2 on backstab eventually. It was a very bad auto fail situation in the city of Gugs. So we'll see what happens, but yeah, it was working real well. It works real well having when you have Gregory Gry out, because then he can help pay for all this stuff. And Moxie is just a game changer. But it's been a lot of fun with Safina getting a plus up in the 2 things that she likes to do. So it's really hard to. Not take Moxie now that it exists. It's just a fantastic card. Okay, so this is done. So we'll put this up here. And we can see yeah, there we go. I'm gonna move that so we can see, make sure we see everything. Up there, you see, we'll put the doom across there. And we get 4 Great Web locations. So here are all the Great Web locations. We shuffle and get 4. So I'm going to do a quick shuffle here. And then I will roll. So that way I don't really know what's going on, right? And then I'll put them into maybe I'll put them into 4 piles and roll to see which ones go first. We'll go. So we'll put them top to bottom. So okay. got 4 piles. We get a D4, roll the 1, 2, 3, 4. We get a 4, so top. Next we get a 3. That's the next one. We get a 3. That's the next one. And we get a 4. Okay, so 4. Those are the Great Web locations. Okay, those are in that order, top to bottom. Doom. And so now let's make sure we did everything. We got the sets, we've got the vertical line, each investigator begins play at the topmost. And set them out of play. They're out of play now. And we have the LXI set out of play. We have the tally marks and a doom on the bottommost location. And we shuffled the remaining counter cards. So that we're done with. So it's time to sit down and check that this stream is still working. Because I'll tell you what, the amount of trouble that I have had with Twitch working this season is just insane. So we'll see if the okay. Yeah, it looks like it's working. Okay, we're online. We're moving. We are ready to go. Let's set this guy here. Sorry about the sunshine. That's just the way it goes in this room. But it is my favorite room to play in. I'm going to close the door to the kitchen. I usually play with a glass of wine. I'm going to do that right quick. All right, we've got a glass of wine. And we're ready to go. I'm going to blame the fact that I always play with a glass of wine on the reason why I don't do well. Oh, goodness. So we get 13 cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 13 cards. Those cards are as follows. That's crazy. Oh, wow. Okay, get Stars of Hyades. And, okay, her place is that here. So I'll get that shuffled in. So these have to go into hand. So you get an Unexpected Courage, a Momentum, 2 copies of Moxie, a Lone Wolf, Sixth Sense, and a copy of The Painted World. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 cards there. So then we get 5 cards underneath. We have Read the Signs, Breaking and Entering, Spectral Razor, Daring Maneuver, another Spectral Razor, and Read the Signs. I'm going to go ahead and put Read the Signs underneath. I'm going to put Spectral Razor underneath. I'm going to put Daring Maneuver underneath. And now I need to pick these 3. From these 3, I feel like I'm going to put, I really feel like I want to put these 2 underneath and keep a copy of Read the Signs. So Read the Signs goes into hand. All right, we got 5 money. We did not get Gregory Gry, which is disappointing. I'm not disappointed about. I'm hoping now to draw into maybe Randolph. That way I can use him, commit him, because he's got some good commit icons. I don't want to deal with putting him into play, that's for sure. I don't think he's going to be helpful. I want to move through this pretty fast. So the objective, right, so we have the agenda reads, this agenda gets +2 Doom threshold, +2 per investigator, so it says 9 Doom threshold. When this agenda advances, do not remove Doom from locations in play. So there's that. And Journey Across the Bridge. Each location is connected to each location above and below it. If each investigator is at the bottommost location, they may spend the requisite number of clues, which is 3, as a group to advance. And so we can see everything in the view of the game. I'm gonna the sun is setting here, so I'm gonna go ahead and move my little box here to help add some. Well, maybe that doesn't really help. That's actually hinders. So instead of that, we'll do it that way. Yeah, so that's not too bad. The cards that are underneath Safina, I think I might move them over here. That way it's easier for you to see it. Yeah, that's much better. And I'll move Safina over here. Great. I like it. Take a sip of wine, and we'll start with 3 actions on Safina. 1, 2, 3 actions are on Safina. Excellent. Reveal the first location. If it is not Act 1, and there are so this is not true. This is not true. So it is Act 1. So there are 2 clues. Let me move this guy over here for now. On this location, it is Safina's turn. Fast, play Moxie. First action. When Lone Wolf is available, you play Lone Wolf. That is the way you play this game. So we'll play Lone Wolf, and that goes out into play. That's the first action. Second action is that Safina is also going to, that cost 1. So there are 4 remaining resources. And second action, we're going to play Sixth Sense, because why not? 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. So there's only 1 remaining resource. Sixth Sense is out and in play. Okay, great. I like it. I like it a lot. I'm gonna flip these over this way so that we already know what Lone Wolf does and Sixth Sense does. Moxie's the one that can kind of jump around a bit. So we got all this goodness. So I'm going to go ahead, and last action is to investigate. And that is, we're just going to investigate plane. So we're at 5. 5 versus 3, because she's +1 from Moxie. 5 versus 3. 5 versus 3, and we get a -2. That's a succeed by 0, and that's a clue. Okay, and that is the end of Safina's turn. There are no enemies in play, so we get cash money, we get cards, and cash money. We draw Backstab. We got 4, 5, 6 cards in hand. We get cash money. I'm going to put this here on top of Lone Wolf to remember to do it. We get Doom. Doom and Badness. Badness is a swarm of spiders, swarming 2, 1, 2. This goes into play, and this is engaged with me. Okay, we get 3 actions on Safina. Interesting. So these guys are, I don't remember what happens when, I hope they go away. So maybe what I just do is evade, which is 5 versus 3. So I'm going to evade, investigate, move, I think. Evade, investigate, move would be a really good result, I feel like. Yeah. So in this situation with this evade, so evade is at, turn begins, and I get this money. So evading at 5 versus 3. So 5 versus 3. We get an elder sign. That's a big plus. So, okay. So she can draw a card from beneath her. I'm going to choose not to do that. But this is evaded at that location. I don't really want that to happen. Yeah, I don't really want to do that right now. Choose an event and draw it. Dang. I don't need to, I want to have those available to me right now. So that is a successful evade. That was the first action. Second action is Safina is going to investigate at 5 versus 3. 5 versus 3. Skull, that's a -1. That is a success there, so we get the clue. And last action, Safina moves to the next location. So these guys are evaded at that location. That is a 4 shroud, 1 clue location. Force, after you enter, test heads. If you fail, you must either choose and discard a card from your hand for each point you fail by, or place doom on this location. So this is a 5 versus 3 test. I am going to test at 5 versus 3. Five versus 3, and we get an auto fail. And it begins. Drink. Love it. So that's a fail by 3. You must either choose and discard a card from your hand for each point you fail by, or place a doom on this location. I think that I can't remember what happens to the doom. I think it clears. I don't want to run into something stupid, right? I don't want to run into something stupid that causes me to not get through. I was really hoping to pull some clues. I will discard Unexpected Courage because I thought about committing. It's going to put a ton of doom down on that agenda. I don't want to lose those clues or those cards, but I also want to use this to my advantage. Yeah. I think in this situation, I will put. I'm gonna put 2 doom. So discarded 1 card and put 2 doom, right? So if you fail, and discard 1 card from your hand for each point you fail by, or place 1 doom on this location. Is that it? Oh, wait. So if you fail, you must either choose and discard 1 card from your hand for each point you fail by, or place a doom on the location. It's not place multiple doom, is it? It's the or is the other side. So in that situation, instead of the discard, I will just place the doom. Yep, we'll place the doom. Okay. It's been a long day. We are at the end of the round. There are no readied enemies, so these guys ready. We get cards and money. Cards and money, quick thinking. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 cards in hand. We get doom. We get money. So I'll put 1 here to remember that. 1 here. We get doom. 2 out of 7. 2 out of 9. 4 out of 9. We get badness, which is caught in a web. Put caught in a web into play. You get -1 feet and cannot take more than 1 move action. Test 3 fists. If you succeed, discard caught in a web. That's tough. That's tough. That is tough, and I don't have a way around it right now. I might have to momentum my way through that, maybe, possibly. I think the first action here is to investigate. So 3 actions go on to Safina. This is Lone Wolf. Investigate. We will investigate at, we're investigating at 5. Five versus 4. We will commit Unexpected Courage to go at 7 versus 4. And I will commit Momentum to go to 8 versus 4. Yep, 8 versus 4. Then that could potentially get me +3. So I would go to 4 versus 3 on a fist test. It still sucks. I don't want to commit Unexpected Courage. I'm just going to commit Momentum. So first action is Investigate. I'm at 5 versus 4, 6 versus 4 with Momentum. I'm going to spend 1 to go to 7 versus 4, 7 versus 4. And I will also commit Quit Thinking. 8 versus 4. Eight versus 4. -4 is a succeed by 0. I will paint a copy of Daring Maneuver in this case. So when you play, and you would succeed by 2. So it gives me a succeed by 2. This goes away. So that is a succeed by 2 with a Quick Thinking. So I do get this clue. I do get my +2 for Momentum on my next test. Those go away. I get another action. That's a Quick Thinking. All right, so next action is to test Caught in a Web. I'm going to commit Unexpected Courage. Put this back. I don't really want to put this back. So so she gets she's at 2 already, +2 from Momentum, +2 from Unexpected Courage. So that goes to 6. So 2, 2, 2, 2, 6 versus 3 to test Caught in a Web. Elder Sign. Wow, this is swingy. That's a big succeed by. This goes away. This goes away. We are now, I will go ahead and draw into my Daring Maneuver, and I will take my next action, which is to move to this location. This is a 5 Shroud location. Forced after this location is revealed, place Doom on it. This is so much fun. It has 1 clue. 1 clue. Oop, 1 clue. I think okay, so I have 1 additional action. So I'm at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 Doom. It'll be 6 out of 9 Doom. I'm only testing at a 5 versus 5 on that location. It doesn't excite me to go at a 5 versus 5. So I feel like I'd like to go to the next location. Last action, move to the last location. They're not hunters, right? Yeah. Okay, last action is the Great Web, Tangled Web. Forced when the investigation phase ends, if there is at least 1 investigator at this location, place a Doom on it. Oh goodness. Well, the investigation just ended. There are 2 clues. So we get Doom on that location. That's gross. I will I would like to get those clues. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, so we're good. All right, that's the end of the investigation. I've placed that. They are not a hunter. We get cards and money. Cards, we get backstab and money, cash money. We get 1 here on Lone Wolf and 1 here. So we're at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 money. And we are at Doom. Doom is 3 up here, 4, 5, 6, 7. So 7 out of 9. 7 out of 9 Doom. We go to Badness. The Badness is Will of the Spider Mother. Test 3 heads. If there's a spider at your location, you cannot commit cards. If you fail, you cannot attack or investigate until the end of the round. So she's at 5 versus 3 on this test. We're going to go with, I'm going to go to a 6 versus 3. In fact, I'll go to a 7 versus 3. So I'm doubling in on Moxie. So we're at 7 versus 3 to test Will the Spider Mother. That's a 0. That's a big pass. Okay. It is now the investigation phase. We get the Lone Wolf. We have 3 actions on Safina, and I'm going to try to get some of these clues. So we're going to go with investigating at 5 versus 2 with 6 cents. You know what? Instead of doing that, not 6 cents, I would like, this is so interesting. Do I want to do some, I feel like I want to save that for when I am out and about. So we're going to go, 6 cents. 5 versus 2, we get a -2. That is a succeed. Get a clue. 6 cents. This is action number 2. 5 versus 2, -1. That's a succeed. Since I didn't get any of my things that I want, I'm going to go ahead and do the acts now. So we pay 3 clues, 1, 2, and 3. That leaves us with 2 clues, which is fine. Bottommost location, they may spend the requisite clues as a group to advance. So we get the Edge of Dreams, which means we go to the Act 2A, the Weaver of the Cosmos, and we also go through the process of finding Randolph. All right, so we go to the Spider Queen here, and the Spider Queen 1, right? Read, Spider Queen. Spider Queen 1, check the campaign log. Randolph survived, and Randolph did survive, but the Black Cat doesn't know the truth. Randolph survived. Skip to Spider Queen 3. Spider Queen 3. Spider Queen 3, in your campaign logs, record that the investigators are trapped in the realm. If an investigator has Randolph Carter, remove him from that deck for the remainder of the campaign. So I'll remove him when we get to him. That's easy. And then depending on your difficulty, add a token. We're playing standard. This is a -4. -4, yay, in the bag. I'm going to do a check on the stream to make sure we're still doing well. Always a good time to do that. Go to Discord, click the link. Now we proceed to Spider Queen 4. Spider Queen 4. Remove each location from the game except for the bottommost location. Shift that location upward so it is at the top of the play area. Shuffle the remaining set-aside Great Web locations and place 7 in a circle along with the investigator's location. All right, looks like the stream is still functioning, which I am happy about. So these get removed. This gets removed. These go to the bottom. This has to doom on it. Blah. This clue goes away. Those go away. Okay. Remove each location from the game. Removed from the game. Those are removed from the game. Except the bottommost. Shift it upward. Shuffle the remaining set-aside Great Web and place 7 in a circle. Okay, so this shifts upward, right? And this goes in the circle, right? So we get 7 locations. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 new locations. So we'll do the same thing here. I'm going to move these cards temporarily up here. We'll get to them in a second. Yeah, she still has an action left. All right, so from among these cards, we choose 7. And we'll just start going around in a clockwise circle, I suppose, right? Yeah, okay. Find, yeah. Okay, so we'll start clockwise and go from there. And what I'll do is I'll put them in a pile and then go that way. Okay, so we have 1, location 3, location 3. Apparently, okay. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This will be the last one. That's from here. These guys go away. Okay. And so dealing from the bottom, I have this, 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 I have that. Right, okay. May have to make some adjustments to the play area. We'll see what happens. Okay. Here is the Spider Queen. I'm gonna move her in. Hello. I would love to hear Krabby Terror's voice for the Spider Queen. That would be entertaining. Okay. So I do believe the first. Yep, the setup starts this way. I do believe. I find this to be incredibly wonderful. Like, they did an amazing job creating this, in my opinion. So I just wish that this playmat worked better for everything. It's hard to see everything. I apologize. So these are the 3 cards that she has in her play area. I'm going to move them over here. They're still visible. Okay, so now we are moving on to the rest of this. Yes. Arrange the legs. Place the assembled in the center of the play area between all locations. So one corner, Shuffle each set-aside copy of the Spinner in Darkness, along with the discard pile. And then read the rules for Lach-Nacha. Yep. Okay. This will be fun. These guys get shuffled in. Man, I wish I had a ward of protection. That should have 2 doom on it. Yuck. This is yucky. This is very yucky, in fact. I don't know what to do. Go get an attack and lose Moxie, or, well, this is what happens. Okay, so like I said, there's 1 action remaining on Safina. Unfortunately, Safina doesn't have enough clues to activate this. Spend 1 clue. Spend 1 clue. Dang it, I wish I had. Man, that Doom, I think losing Moxie is probably better than getting more Doom on that location. Yeah, that's what we're going to do. Okay, so for her last action, right, so we have a spend 1 clue, deal 3 damage to an ancient one at your location. When the Mythos phase begins, there's a forced, and then if the legs are in the victory display, advance. So, in this situation, I think moving is better, and losing that Moxie is better than, man, losing Moxie, right? That I don't have Gregory Gry to help me out with his squishy. Yeah. Do I take the Doom hit? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'll be at 6, 7 out of 9. You know what? I'm going to take the Doom hit to keep Moxie in play because it's so important to the strategy right now. So the last action, well, shoot, I really don't have a good last action, and I don't want to draw a card. Maybe I do take the hit. Keep moving. Okay, I do have lockpicks, right? I've got other stuff. So we move, and we're just going to move clockwise, I think. Right? Clockwise. Because the most probable that she moves is 2. Two locations. Most probable, because there's, yeah, the 2 and the 4. Yep. So we want to be on an even location. Last action, move to this Great Web location. This is 1 clue for Shroud. It is the prison of cocoons. After you enter this location, test 3 feet. If you fail, you must either lose 1 action or place a Doom. So we're testing at 5 versus 3. 5 versus 3. Yeah, 5 versus 3. -4. I guess we're placing Doom because I can't lose an action. I don't have an action to lose. This way it goes. So we get Doom. That's the end of the turn. There are no enemies. Well, there are enemies. The legs, this enemy, X is a shroud, and when you would evade, instead of exhausting, you choose this enemy attack Joseph. Yeah. So, so we get hit, and we get hit. Still ends up screwing everything up. So that's 1 and 1 on Moxie, which gets rid of Moxie. That's what happens. I end up getting Doom and losing Moxie, which is fabulous. Oh gosh, we get cards and money. You get a Ward of Protection. Ward of Protection's great, especially when you don't have a copy of Moxie. Cash money. We're going to put that there. We get Doom. So now we're at 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 out of 9. 7 out of 9. And we move to Badness. Crypt Chill. Test 4 heads, so we're at 4 versus 4, 4. 4, 4, and 4 versus 4. And we are willing to lose Lone Wolf. Yep. -1, so Lone Wolf goes away. Yeah, this is fun. Oh, I should have. Shoot. No. I apologize. That was stupid. But I've already tested it. That was. What am I doing? I should have canceled that. I'll lose Lone Wolf. It is what it is. Oh well. I'm not paying a bit of attention. Jumping too fast. Okay, so we have 3 actions on Safina. We will fast Moxie into play. And when Mythos begins, so I should have revealed, yeah, so let's go back and do that. Reveal a random token. It is a -4. So, not clockwise for 4 locations. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So this moves to this side. Which really is pointless at the current moment. Okay. Okay, so now we go to, like I said, we're into the actual phase. I think in this situation, I would like to 5 versus 4. I think that makes the most sense. Actually, I think the most important thing is to take the action. So spend 1 clue, deal 3 damage to an ancient one at your location. Spend a clue. First action. Deal 3 damage to this leg. This leg goes away. This is, because it's, 3 per investigator health. It is dead. Next action is, so here's the thing. Do we move, or do we, this is a good question. 5 versus 4 isn't brilliant. But I don't want, so it was, second action is to invest. I really need to get these clues. And the other thing though is I could move to the next location. 5 versus 4 isn't great, but it is really good. And probability that she will move back to this location is actually relatively high. Well, ish. So the question is, how do we do this? I think, because it screwed me over last time. So 1, 2, 3, we're at 4, 6, 7. Currently at 7 doom out of 9. We could go, it'll go to 8 out of 9. Yeah, I think I want to stay here. And so second action is to draw a card. We get the Knight of Swords. I think the last action is I think we're going to investigate. Yeah. So 5 versus 4. 5 versus 4, and we're just going to do it as is. 5 versus 4. 5 versus 4. We get a 0. That's great. We get this clue. And that's the end of her turn. It is the end of there are no baddies out. And so we get cards and money. Cards, quick thinking, and money. We get badness, which is doom here. So now we're 5, 7, 8 out of 9. 8 out of 9. So we are then at the spinner in darkness. Attach this to the nearest ancient one. Gets +1 damage, +1 horror. If you succeed, discard spinner darkness. I'm fine with this. We're just going to attach that. So that's the nearest. 1, 2, 1, 2. Yeah, so the nearest, we'll put this one on this. That's, yeah. Moving on. So we go to the investigation phase. We get 3, the mythos. The mythos. The mythos began. I needed to flip that. Why did I apologize. So this is, so technically this could be different, right? So we get a 0. Okay, so nothing would have happened. So she didn't move. So that goes there. So the question now is what to do, right? That's always the question. So first action, Safina will move to this location, because then it's 1, 2, 3, that's 4. She can spin that way. Yeah, first action, she's going to move to that location. This is the web-woven island. As an additional cost to investigate this location, you spend 1 action or place doom. So there is a clue here, 1 single clue. So I think that's what we're going to do. We're going to spend an extra action and investigate. We're at 5 versus 1. Five versus 1, we get an elder sign. That's a big succeed. With that elder sign, I think I'm going to draw into breaking in, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. This would be 8. No, I don't want to draw because I'll lose cards. So I get this clue. And so we're at 3 clues. That's fantastic. That's fantastic. And that's done. Turn's done. No baddies, cards and money. We get lockpicks. Lockpicks, that's great. We get cash money. And we get doom. I believe we got 5. It'll be 6, 7, 8, 9. 9, that clears the doom on the table. It doesn't clear the doom on the table. It clears the doom up here. So we'll just set this to the side. Shuffle the encounter discard pile into the encounter deck. There's not much to shuffle. So that was the mythos. So we do need to rotate. -1, so she moves 1 location. Okay. So we've done Doom, we've cleared the Doom, we have Badness, we have Swarm Spiders, 1, 2 cards. Okay, 3 actions go on Safina, 1, 2, 3. First action is to evade. So she's at 5 versus 3. 5 versus 3. I think I might quick think this one. 6 versus 3. No, I want it to be big, right? That's the important thing. Yeah. We've got this guy. This is why we have this. So we're gonna quick think this. 5 versus 3. 6 versus 3. 6 versus 3 -1. That is 5 versus 3. It is succeed by 2. Those are evaded. Gets the action back. These are evaded at this location. Next action, move. It's this web-woven island. So we get another clue. So I can investigate, put the Doom down. Yeah. It doesn't help me. It doesn't get me to the answer I want. Yeah, so we're just going to do that. We're going to do the investigate, lose an action. Investigate, lose an action. So we're at 5 versus 1. 5 versus 1 -4. That is still a succeed by 0. Yeah, so that's good. So we get the clue. And that is the end of the turn. These guys ready. We get cards and money. Cards. Okay, we get a copy of Ward of Protection. Cash money. And we get Doom. It is now this, we started the Mythos phase. So we reveal token. -4. So it flips 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, it flips 100% all the way around. There you go. Okay. We are badness. Okay, so we're 1, 2, 3, 4 Doom out of 11. Caught in a web. I can't get rid of that because of Moxie. That's okay. I'm okay with this. So -1 foot isn't that big a deal at the moment. And I can still move 1 space. I'm at 4 feet. Or do I? I've got everything I need. I've got everything I need. Do I just cancel it? Man. Didn't get Randolph, didn't get at the beginning, didn't get anything, didn't get my boy, Gregory Gry. I feel good about this. I'm going to do it. So I will pay 1, and I will ward of protection this. This goes away. That causes Moxie to go away. Hopefully that wasn't a bad idea. Okay, 3 actions onto Safina. Action 1, move to this location. This is another prison of cocoons. So test 3 feet. She's at 4 versus 3. I think we're just going to go at 4 versus 3. That's minus 1, 2, 3. That's minus 3. That's a fail. Either lose an action or place doom. I'm going to place the doom. Second action, I'm going to pay a clue and kill that. Last action is I'm going to play the Knight of Swords. 1, 2, 3. Oops. Okay, that's the end. There are no enemies at this location. We have cards and money. We get the Mob Enforcer. Okay, great. And we get cash money. Cash money, and we get Doom. And we get, we got flip. Minus, that's a, so this is a, when reveal a random token from the bag, if its modifier is negative, it is, it's a -4. So then this flips all the way again. So that is, yeah, it was like this. It was like this, so this ends here, and this ends over here. So it's like this and this. Yeah. First action is, I think I'm just going to parlay. I really think I'm just going to parlay. So, because I mean, I could backstab, which would cost 3. I could backstab, which would cost 3. Backstab uses, I'll be at 6 versus 4. Ooh, I'd rather take the known. 1, 2, 3, 4. Pay 4 money. First action, parlay. Second action, I will spend a clue. Taking that action to kill this. This goes here, and this goes up here. Last action, I feel like it's a move, or it's a take a resource. So this is, so moving, see this is when moving doesn't help. Because this is going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, so I'm going to move. Actually, I'm going to move to that location. Yep, I'm going to move. Last action. Great. Okay, that is the end of the turn. Not a hunter. We get card 6 cents, money. We get Doom is now the beginning of the mythos. So we get to spin. -2. So 1, 2. We move to, yeah. We move into the badness phase of life. We caught in a web again. I'm gonna cancel that. Pay 1, cancel this. There's ward of protection. I take 1 horror. One thing I have learned is that I should have played in the thick of it. Like, Safina so could have easily used in the thick of it. Okay, moving on. It didn't move as far as I wanted it to. One, 2, 3, 4. So most likely it's going to come towards me. So I think this is going to be a turn where we draw. So 3 actions on Safina, and we kind of get ready. So first action, draw a card. We get Time Warp. Neat. How cool. I love that card. Second action. I'm gonna take a resource. And third action, I'm gonna take a resource. Okay. That's the end of the turn. Cards and money. We get breaking and entering. We get 4. That'll be 8 cards in hand. We get cash money. I'll get Doom. It is now the mythos. We're at 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 out of 11. Moving 4 locations. 1, 2, 3, 4. We get badness, which is a swarm of spiders. 1, 2. So action 1 is, so for 3 actions on Safina. 1, 2, 3. Action 1 is to evade. I think, yeah. So 4, she's at 4 versus 3. 4 versus 3. Hell, I could just. That's an interesting choice. I wonder if it's better to just kill the spiders. Taking action to draw Spectral Razor, spend 2 to kill the spiders. And then move, it doesn't help. I really want to evade. I want to evade, move, punch. Is really what I want. Evade, move, and clue. Right. So, so 4. I can go 5. I can go 6. I could also use breaking and entering, but that costs money. Yeah, I think that's what I'll do. So I'm going to go with 4, 5, 6 versus 3. But man, well, I do have Time Warp. So 6 versus 3. That's a reveal their token. 6 versus 3. Minus 1, 2, 3, 4. Minus 4. Oh god. I think I will Time Warp that. So I will spend 1 and I will time warp. I'm going to undo that action and return the game state to what it was. So let's do this again. I'm going to evade. I'm going to this, 1, 2, 3. So I'm going to commit 3 cards. 4, so she's 7 versus 3. Oh, ridiculous. Next action, move. Test 3, 4 versus 3. 4 versus 3, that's a pass. I will draw Spectral Razor off of that. Last action, I will spend a clue and get rid of this. That advances the act. Flip her over to the enemy side and place it at the location with the most doom. So that has 2 doom up there, so that's the location that gets the doom. Same stuff that it says here. All right. That's the end of that turn. These guys ready. Draw unexpected courage. Get a cash money. And doom. So we're at 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 out of 11. She moves 1, 2, 3, 4 locations clockwise. 1, 2, 3, 4. Wow. We get badness. We get the will of the Spider Mother. There is a spider at my location, so I cannot commit cards. So I'm at 4 versus 3. -1. That's a success. Wow, that's fantastic. We do 3 actions onto Safina. 1, 2, 3. First action, Safina spends a clue to do 3 damage to her. 3 damage. 3. Oh, she placed doom on that location. Yep. Okay, second action. Safina will attack with Spectral Razor, spending 2. Spectral Razor. So she's at 4, 6 versus 4. She's 6 versus 4. The other one is Backstab, which is 6 versus 4 as well. Yeah, 6 versus 4. We're gonna make it 8 versus 4 with an unexpected courage. So that was paid for. That's committed. -4. That's a success. 8 versus 4 goes to 4 versus 4. That deals 1 This attack deals 2 damage. That's that kills her. Wow, that was easy. Why was that so easy? Let me make sure I did all this right. Yeah. Well, folks, that's it. We get R1. Thanks for watching. That went well. That went very well. This deck is really just doing. I like how this works. All right. Let's hope this took.